extraordinary Christopher Nolan gave me the entire day for that one scene. Hello everyone, I'm Rami Malek, and these are my film firsts with BAFTA. I definitely should not have watched The Shining at a very tender young age. I remember a lot of feelings going through my body all at once that should not have been happening, and they did. I don't know if I'm traumatized by them, but I can't look straight into the camera saying it, so perhaps I am. That was the first time the Steadicam was used in that film, so those chase scenes were done so incredibly well and methodically that you could stay in that young man's mind for so long in just a single take that had my eyes focused and yeah, just left such a lasting fear with me throughout, that there was just a labyrinth of horror around every corner in that film. I mean, every moment in that film, what Jack does, the twins, are they twins? We actually recreated one of those scenes, or tried to, in Mr. Robot. I forget which episode, but that's Sam Esmail's very special, unique, provocative mind probably finding some way to get back at me.
What was your first reaction to reading the scripts for Mr. Robot?
I was blown away by Mr. Robot. It's a cliche, but I couldn't put that one down, and I tried to slow down the pace at which I read it, but I flew through it immediately, and by the end I was shocked by the ending, but enthralled, and I knew in that very moment that if I had that role, I could do something special with it, and it would have a profoundly special effect on me as well. It's something I had dedicated quite a bit of energy to, and still remains a seminal marker in my career for something that I remain profoundly grateful for. The first film I ever saw, I believe, was... It depends if it's in cinema or not. The first film I ever saw in the cinema was the Three Amigos.
Do you remember about watching the Three Amigos in the cinema?
Oh, the joy and laughter that everyone shared together. That feeling that you get in that one place that is undeniable, that we still cherish to this day, and it's not going anywhere, is it? Yeah, we must have taken up an entire aisle. So it left a lasting impression on me to this day, just that was going to be a different experience than watching at home. I feel like I'm doing an ad for going to the cinema, but may as well. The second film, that serious film I ever saw in cinema, was Dances with Wolves.
What was the first film or TV show that made you think, I want to act?
I think I just loved Paul Newman growing up, and I think it was either watching HUD or Cool Hand Luke. And it wasn't just acting. I remember the cinematography in HUD being, using these wides so masterfully, and not necessarily going in for tight shots as often as we do in modern cinema. That was an experience that still lasts with me. But then you have, Paul standing in any doorway in any film, and you just gravitate to that natural cool and ease, but you forget how talented the man was. Well, I guess you don't forget. He's still with us in all of the ways. The first time I acted, I was quite shy. I was quite shy growing up. So as soon as the bell rang, I would go home and put on all of these different characters, whether it was on the public transport going home. I'd try out accents in front of my brother and sister, and they just wanted to walk in a different direction. They couldn't handle it. But for me, I found it quite entertaining to see how affected they were by it. I did this a one-man show when I was quite young in high school, and I remember my father showing up to that, and he had an emotional reaction to my performance, and I hadn't seen that from him in my life. And so I knew at that moment that this could be a career that could affect people in a certain way that my own personal relationships wouldn't be able to. The first film that reduced me to tears, it might have been To Kill a Mockingbird, or To Kill a Mockingbird, I would say, or Shane. I watched a lot of Westerns as a kid. I loved Unforgiven. I remember that. I remember going to the cinema to watch Unforgiven. But yeah, I'll go back to Kill a Mockingbird. The commitment to someone seeking justice at all costs was so powerful, despite what the world around him was telling him to do. I found just utterly profound at such a young age. Yeah, that one lasted with me. My first reaction to reading Nuremberg was the same feeling of justice and integrity, and how we collectively cast judgment. It reminded me, of course, of the iconic judgment at Nuremberg, and it also had elements of A Few Good Men in the screenplay that I thought could be a fascinating way to retell history and make sure that it was still entertaining, but left an indelible, powerful message that would allow us to reckon with something deep in ourselves, and could be profoundly lasting and effective, and hopefully moving. Maybe that one brings you to tears. My first day on set of Nuremberg, I hadn't spent much time with Russell Crowe, maybe not at all. Maybe we had just done the table read together, but that was the first time acting with him. And I don't know if he was in character, doing it for the purpose of trying to be disarming or charming, but he gave me a nice compliment about my work. And I reacted with the same towards him, because I immediately knew we were going to be working at the top of our game. We came in with guns blazing. We knew the monumental task we had ahead of us, and we wanted to not only reach it but exceed it. And Leo Woodall was there watching and being a part, not just watching, he was present in such a effortlessly elegant way, where you watch an actor and you acknowledge that people might think they might be not giving enough, but I knew on camera it would pay off, and it did. But it was charged. It was enjoyable. It was all the things that Russell provides with his charisma, and I just tried to match that, and at times perhaps surpass it, and it became a tete-a-tete. My first reaction to being cast in Bohemian Rhapsody as Freddie Mercury it was shock, disbelief. I probably was a bit jaded at that point and thought, am I really cast? And I don't think I really knew that it was happening, or acknowledged that it was happening, until we were out there on that Live Aid stage on day one, as everyone knows. But knowing that I might one day be recording in Abbey Road Studios with the existing band and my new bandmates was an experience that, again, I will treasure for the rest of time. And got to share the experience of a BAFTA in that film. So that's something that I'll always treasure as well. My first day on the set of Oppenheimer was remarkable because the extraordinary Christopher Nolan gave me the entire day for that one scene, and he dedicated that to me, which I thought was very selfless of him. And I just tried to give him everything I had, and I remember getting a really gorgeous nod from him that said everything in one take, and I knew that was the take that would make the film. So, that was an unforgettable experience as well. It's nice to relive all this. Thank you.